There's our greens. My messy work area down there. They're all looking very good up to this point anyway. There's the new plant with the things we did yesterday over here, which are the beets. The beets are over here. This 9 squares. I decided not to do these 9 squares, although they are watered now, ready for something to be planted in there. Decided not to do these today. We're going to do those tomorrow. But this side, these 9 cells are all beets. These are the previous day. These are our microgreens. And we're moving over here to the self-wicking buckets for today's planting. You might remember these from earlier in the year. I did tomatoes in self-wicking buckets, put some asparagus in some. Didn't do so well with the tomatoes because the greenhouse got, well, it got too hot. So, but right now, oops, sorry, I kicked you. I've amended the soil, and in here we have the last year's soil, which was 4 parts. 1 part peat moss, 1 part potting soil, 1 part garden soil, and then 1 part reclaimed soil from last year. And into that we added some potassium and some 464 fertilizer, some organic fertilizer, and then we added a whole bunch of rabbit poop as well. See this little rabbit poop? There it is. But so there's a whole bunch of these in here, and today we're going to be planting, I got it in here? Yes I do. Carrots. We're going for carrots. And I'm going to plant this pretty thick in here. I'll be able to thin to where hopefully by the end of winter we will have a crop of carrots to harvest for spring. That's the goal. We'll see what happens. So anyway, what I'm going to do now is going to water this pretty heavily like I've done before. Just so it's nice and super saturated. I'm going to do this entire gallon of water in here. Let it just soak up. Because the soil, it does get kind of dry after sitting here for a little while. There we go. That I'll mix her up a little bit, just so it gets all nice and worked in. And we'll water it again. And then again once we plant. So there's plenty of water in here. Excuse me, let me reach across here. Alright, let's water it again. Now we're just kind of watering it again to where it will all compacting at the same, not compact, but get to the same level. Plus it'll be nice and saturated for our planting. My carrots, I'm just going to broadcast these things pretty substantially. Carrots are really tiny seeds. Are there any seeds in here? I think this package is empty. So I'll get another pack of carrot seeds and I'll be back. I've soaked down the soil so it's nice and wet, and I've come through and I've taken these little, so actually I tried to record this a second ago and my phone died. So I've actually already planted this thing, but I'll show you what I did. I took these seeds, which are pretty small, carrot seeds are pretty small. I broadcasted it all around here, sprinkle, 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 pretty thickly, because I'm going to come back through and thin. Well, I say that, but I have a problem thinning plants. They're like my little babies. I don't want to kill them. Just kidding. Alright, so I've taken, I spread them here, and I come back through and I rough up the soil, pat it down, so there's good soil contact, and then on top of that I sprinkle a little bit more soil, and then wet that down. And what that does is it allows a little bit of soil on top of it, and allows good soil compaction, not compaction, good soil contact. And then I've watered that, and that's where we're at. So we planted Scarlet Nantes carrots in this big self-wicking tub, and our goal is to have some nice fresh carrots by spring over the summer in the hoop house. So we'll see what happens, but at this point, who knows? They could sprout, they could not. I've always had a hard time getting carrots to sprout, so either works or it don't. But be good weather for it because it's supposed to get not too hot. Obviously, it's going to get cool at nighttime, so I don't have to worry about that portion. I'll be covering this with a couple layers of landscape fabric to keep it from freezing. That's the goal. That's the story. All right, so that's it for today. We'll see you next time. Enjoy your weather. If you get cold weather like us, sorry. See you next time.